Well, hey, Bo, first of all, congrats on the SEC honor this week. What did that mean to you?
Oh yeah, that was huge. Yeah, I saw it on Sunday after I got done with some treatment, and it was I mean, it was great to see. It was a huge honor, big blessing. Yeah, it's kind of from where I came from to where I'm at now. It's kind of surreal. So very, very big honor, very humbling.
Yeah, I think everybody, focused on the coordinator changes helping KJ, and obviously it did. But how did the changes that they made with Kenny and the open date and then the week to get ready? How did those changes positively affect the O line?
Yeah, so we're just able to play a lot faster. We cut down a lot of plays, and we're just running them fast. So you don't really have to think as much as we were before. So it's kind of just get set, get on the ball, and fire off as hard as you can. So it helps us out a lot without having to think too much. We can just focus on trying to move people off the ball. So it's probably the biggest thing that helped us out this week.
Did you get a sense you guys wore down the floor a little bit with the way you're moving the ball and also with the tempo speed?
Yeah, I think we did, especially that big boy, that 400 and some pounder. Yeah, he was getting pretty tired out there when we were going fast. So, yeah, I don't think they were expecting it really coming off a bye week, that we had time to train for it and everything. So, I think it definitely played to our advantage. So.
Okay, I might have a couple more, but I'll turn it back to Oliver. Thanks.
Tom, go ahead.
KJ, when you got the touchdown responsibility record for Arkansas, it came after a loss. And so I guess maybe you weren't able to talk about it, maybe like you might have, but now you got the touchdown passes record with Brandon Allen at 64. So I just wonder what you think about the fact that you're starting to kind of hit that plateau where you're starting to break all these records.
It's a humbling experience. It's a real moment. It's a blessing, for one, just to be able to come in and do the things that I did at the quarterback position at a very high level on the big stage in this conference. It's a real moment. I wouldn't be where I'm at without my teammates. I mean, those guys always push me to be the best that I can, and also put me in great situations, and also bailing me out sometime as well. So just having teammates like me, like myself, and they just being able to be a great teammate, and also just make sure that we're doing the small things right and helping me accomplish some of my goals that I have.
Gotcha. Hey, so you're 160 yards away, I think, somewhere in that range from Tyler Wilson's school passing record. Are you aware of that? And what would you think about the possibility of having that particular record?
I actually did it today. I looked at it today, the records and everything, and it's a big deal to me. I want to be able to break the record, the touchdown record, and also the passing yards record. But I mean, I'm not just trying to focus on go out there and try to do too much to try to make sure I beat the record. I'm gonna play within the system and takes what the defense give me and take advantage of it. So I mean, I still want to play within the system and make sure I'm not forcing the ball in tight areas and just being careless with the ball, trying to just because I want to break the record. So I'm gonna let the game come to me and just take advantage of it.
Gotcha. Hey, Bo. So here you guys are, 3 games left, all at home. What do you and coming off a big road win? What's kind of maybe the feel around the program heading into these last 3, starting with Auburn?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more energy in the locker room. Coach Guidance brought a ton of energy to the offense specifically. So we're excited. We got these last 3 home games at home, so we're excited to have a home crowd. And, just like I said, a lot more energy, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So.
You've had a front row seat for just about all of KJ's, antics or whatever you want to say, action. What have you thought of what he's brought to this program the last several years?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely changed the program, changed the culture at this place. When we came here, we were 2-10 back to back our freshman year. So just to see where we came from, the culture that, as like I said, the culture change that is taking place here, and he spearheaded all of it. So he's a great player. Love playing in front of him and blogging for him, and he's really fun to watch on the field. So.
All right, KJ, your thoughts about that too, and specifically facing this Auburn team, what you expect?
We expect a very competitive game. I mean, they're an SEC team, we're an SEC team, so it's going to be a battle out there. They're very disciplined, and they plays really hard on the defense side of the ball. So it's just like I said, every week it's all about us. I mean, it's about how we prepare this week, how we approach the game on Saturday, and being able to come out there and start fast and executing the standard at a very high level. So it's going, like I said, it all come down to us and how we approach the game and how we take our preparation this week. And Saturday, take care of itself.
Thanks, guys.
Trey.
KJ, I was curious who you need to watch out for on the defensive side of the ball, personnel wise, like the guys that kind of jump out to you.
They have they're pretty experienced on the back end. They got some really experienced guy that played a lot of ball. Their corners, DJ James, is a standout right now. I think he's high on the board for corner. He got a high grade on corner, so he's a great guy on the back end. The safety they have, pretty box guy, love to come down, play in the box and stuff like that. So they got great guys on defense side of the ball. They all play as a unit, and they're very competitive. I mean, you see them all flying around the ball. They make sure that all of them rally into the ball. So I mean, it just comes down to us executing our game plan and executing the standard, and just line up playing fast, try to eliminate distractions, and make sure that we're out there playing confident and just making sure that we execute.
Beaux, what are your thoughts on defensive line at Auburn? What do they have up front? And they're just a defensive front overall.
Yeah, they're a really good SEC defensive line. They got a small, not really small, but smaller than what we were playing last week. Number 50, he's a Kansas transfer. He's really shifty, and he's got some strength as well. And then they've got another 5-star. I think he might be a junior this year. 52, I think, is his number. He's a really strong dude. He's pretty big too. So they got a solid defensive line. They do a little bit of line movement, so we'll have to be ready for that. But Coach Kennedy's going to get us ready for the movements, and I think we should have some success. So
50 on the defensive line. That's Jaleel Irvin. Do you remember him at all when y'all played Kansas?
Yeah,
offensive line, excuse me.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think he. Yeah, he was on the offensive line.
So what Coach Pittman talked about coming home and playing in front of the home crowd, and I guess kind of putting on a show like you guys did against Florida, but bringing it home. After the way the Mississippi State game went at home and BYU and stuff, how important is that to you? I mean, obviously it's important to win, but just to kind of win the respect back of the fans.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Just being able to come back to the state of Arkansas and just play in front of our fans. I mean, they've been dedicated. They've been loyal to us, and we just want to be able to go out there and just put on a great show for them, for the fans, and just like you said, gain respect back from them. I mean, it kind of got a little bumpy and stuff, so we just want to be able to go out there and just play a great game, give the fans a show, and make sure that we're back on top and that our home crowd is still behind us.
But what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, same thing as KJ said. It's a big deal to get a win, especially an SEC win at home in our stadium for these fans. It's been too long, especially this year. So to go out and win these last 3 games at home, hopefully spark a lot of excitement within the fan base. So,
thanks, guys.
Close this one out, Bob.
Okay. KJ, I think I was reading this right, that Auburn leads the SEC in takeaways with 15. I think they got 11 picks, and their free safety's got 4 of them. Just wondering how important is it I mean, it's always important now to take care of the ball, but against these guys, they seem to be pretty good at taking it away. What's the key to ball security in a game like this?
Taking advantage of what they give me. Can't go broke taking a profit. So, I mean, if the guy opening the flats, take it to the flat. So not being able to force nothing downfield and not giving those guys a chance to be able to make a play on the ball and make sure I'm putting my guys in the ball in a great position that only my guys can get it and go up and make a play on it. So just being able to just be smart with the ball, decision-making going to be at an all-time high. And like I said, can't go broke taking the profit.
And Beaux, I know it's been a tough year for the team. I know the offensive line's caught a lot of heat and criticism from fans. That just kind of goes to the territory, I guess, when you're an SEC program. But how have you guys handled that? And how do you think the line's doing right now?
Yeah, we definitely see it. We hear it, but we like to take it as motivation. So we'll see all those things. We know in the bad times, that's what's going to happen. It's an SEC program. They expect a lot out of us. So to whom much is given, much is expected. So we got to perform, and we know that. So that's given us a lot of extra motivation to go out there and do well. So.
KJ, how do you think Bo's done it as your center this year?
He's done a great job. I mean, he's taking on the role of being the head guy, communicate, make sure everybody's on the same page up front. Because I mean, up front they work as a unit, and Bo's the guy leading the charge up front. He gets everybody on the same page, and he's been doing a great job. Just being able to come out of his shell and be more vocal and communicating and making sure that he's getting everybody aligned and what he sees, and whatever he sees is right, and just making sure guys on the same page. He's done an extremely good job of that, and I mean, glad having a guy in front of me like Beaux blocking for me.
Thanks, guys.
Jackson, squeeze yours in.
Yeah, just for both of you guys, I know Patrick went down and Tykees came in and did a really good job. Just how good was it to kind of see Tykees have that moment, and you know, you guys didn't give up a single sack with him in the game?
Yeah, it was good to see Tykees come in and fill in that role for us. That's kind of, I mean, that's what we expect whenever somebody goes down like that. It's next man up mentality. So, I mean, the whole offensive line feels for Kudus. Don't know how long he's going to be out, but while he is, Tykees is taking his spot, and we'll see if he can roll with it. And he's been doing a good job so far. So we're happy for him.
Yeah, KJ, you got any thoughts on that? I know Sam said he kind of brought an added energy maybe when he came in the game, just kind of wanting to seize his opportunity maybe.
Yeah, like you said, seize his opportunity. I mean, you gotta be ready at all times. When your numbers call, you gotta be able to perform. And he's been preparing each and every week, and his number was called, so he got to take advantage of his opportunity. And I think it was a really big confidence booster for him from here on out, and especially this week as well. So I think it was a big confidence booster that he can go out there and his confidence will be through the roof, and that he can be able to sustain and be able to go out there and be himself and play within the system.
And KJ, you there's that video that went around of you and Kenny kind of celebrating, I guess, before you guys got to the locker room. Did you seek him out? Did you guys just kind of cross paths before getting to the locker room? How did that kind of come to be with you guys celebrating there?
I was walking into the locker room, and like he was like coming around because they was in the box, so he was like, we kind of met face to face. And then we just had our moment right then and there. I mean, we really didn't even like say too much words. It was just excitement and joy, just being able to see his face light up from him being able to be thrown and be able to be him given the opportunity like he did to be the offense coordinator for the rest of the season, and him come out his debut, he ended up winning the game and putting up a lot of points and most yards we've had all season. So it was a big deal for both of us because I mean we work hand in hand, so it was a big deal for both of us, and we just needed that moment to express ourselves and our feelings.
Thanks, guys.
Good stuff, guys. Dom, get us going.
Hey guys, Coach T. Will, he played at Auburn and he coached at Auburn. Do y'all get any sense from him this week, Pooh, that maybe this is a special game for him?
Oh yeah, it is, and he like Coach T. Will is. He's just an energetic guy in general. But this week we just put emphasis on going 1-0 this week and just playing Arkansas brand football.
Yeah, Jaheim, what do you think? Or are you getting any sense from that this is a important game for Coach?
I would say most definitely, just focusing like Pooh said, going 1-0 and bringing that energy and passion every practice, every week. So we're ready for the game.
Yeah, their run game is pretty stout. What do you make of Jarquez and what they're doing on the running side, Jaheim?
I would say, he runs the ball pretty hard. He's pretty shifty. So we just got to be able to fill our gaps and just gang tackle every play and just bring it every week. Every week.
Yeah, Pooh, what do you think?
Yeah, I feel like Jarquez Hunter's a pretty decent back. He has the balance of power and elusiveness, but as well as they have a great quarterback rotation going in as well. Number one, he was a transfer that came in, but he's a pretty decent quarterback, great speed, great arm, and he has great vision going down the field and things like that. And Robbie Ashford, who's a speedy type guy. So we just, like Jaheim said, we just have to get around the ball, game tackle, and just everybody just have to fly around.
Jaheim, what was your vantage point on Jalen Braxton's strip and fumble return? And just what do you think that maybe bodes for him, like, what he could turn into as a cornerback?
I was very excited, very young guy, very smart, very detailed. So just for him to take advantage of his opportunity and rip the ball out and score also was very exciting for our defense and really just bring momentum for him as a player, I say, that's big for him because, he's very young. So it's going to be big for him in the future. He's going to be a real good player.
Thanks. Hey, my final question. So what was Nudy's impact in that game? Because it seemed like to me he helps with the depth. Y'all can move some guys around, and he looked like he was on fire. Pooh, what'd you think of his game?
I feel like Nudy has a big presence in his defense at corner. He makes a lot of impact plays that you wouldn't really expect a corner to make, like just getting off blocks. He a very violent corner. Not really you will find those, but like once you do, like, they're a big impact player. So, just seeing him get off blocks and just making those game-changing plays, man, it was just real good. Just a real good feeling just seeing him back out there on the defense.
Yeah, what'd you see, Gene?
I would say, just like he said, very long guy, so he has length to get the ball out. Very violent corner also, so he can play the run. He could pull when an offensive lineman pull. He can stop the run. So just like he said, it's very exciting to see him back out there and make plays for us.
Trey.
Yeah, just for you, Pooh, you guys faced Liberty last year with Hugh Freeze. I was curious about similarities between what they like to do with Liberty and what they do with Auburn.
Oh yeah, so watching the films, they have very similarities, because it's Coach Free's offense. But just watching them, he's in a better conference, obviously with the SEC, so he has better players and things like that. But just to stop him, man, we just got to, like I said, we just got to fly around, man, and we got to communicate a lot, and just stop that run game for sure.
Mm-hmm. And Jaheim, well, for both of you guys, defensive line kept you guys pretty clean last week from the offensive line. I was wondering what you guys saw up front or see up front now from Auburn, their offensive line. How good are they?
Pretty big group, very physical. So our D-line, they got to bring in. We also got to bring also. So just being able to just use our hands and get off blocks and just hit the running back when he's in the hole.
And Jaheim, Pooh talked a little bit about Peyton Thorne, their starting quarterback. I was wondering what your thoughts are on him, what he does well. Obviously, he's kind of a dual threat type of player, but what does he like to do? Where does he like to go with the ball?
I would say he has a pretty good arm. He also has the ability to run. So we just got to be able to get in those windows. They like to run a lot of big X and a lot of over routes. So just being able to get in those windows, and when they run the QB draw, being there for the run.
And Fairweather, number 13, they're tight end. I'm just wondering what you guys think of him, since y'all be probably matched up on him some.
He's a pretty big guy, real shifty guy for his size and things like that, and he has very decent route running. He's a very decent blocker as well. So, just keeping our eyes on him and just like communicating to the back end, is he inside the court, outside the court, things like that. That play a huge factor in what play we may get, as well as, what is his role in that play and things like that. So, just communication and, just flying around should help us out.
That'll do. Thanks, guys.
Bob, all yours.
All right. Hey guys. I think everybody's been impressed with the job the defense has done this year, and gives, obviously the players are doing it on the field, but Travis Williams' impact. What do you think's been the key to your all success with Travis? I
would say just having the energy and having a passion every week. So just being able to just run around and just make plays with us, with our players, I feel like that's really the key, honestly, and just using the scheme that it gives for us every week.
And just going out there and just putting our best foot forward. If you mess up, go 100%. That's all he's looking for, just effort plays and things like that. So, and always having in the back of your mind your why, and why you do the things that you do, and why you play the game. And why you have so much love for the game, and you got that driving force that'll keep you pushing the next play and things like that. He's a very passionate guy about the game, and that type of energy rubs off on the players.
And you guys had, I don't know if I can remember covering Arkansas football forever, and I don't remember a stretch where you played 5 games and 5 or 6 games away from Fayetteville. That just seems kind of insane or something. But now you get these next 3 at home, and I know they're going to be tough games too. You got to go out on the field and win them. But after the stretch y'all went through, and to come through that with a win at Florida, and now you got these 3 games at home, just how do you feel like the end of the schedule sets up if you can have a closing run here?
I would say, just being back at home with our fans, just giving our fans, what they're looking for. I feel like that'll truly be big for us, and just being able to just go out and play every game like it's our last, putting our best foot forward, bringing an energy, bringing an effort every single week and every single play, that'll be big for us.
And then just as far as my input, just just rolling off that momentum. That was a huge win for us. That was the first time an Arkansas team has ever went to the Swamp and won. So just rolling off that momentum and bringing that momentum to the fans at home. That should be a great shift. Just for us to go out there and roll off our momentum as well as the fans in order to have a great game.
And Pooh, I think everybody's dying to know what you did for your birthday after you guys got back from Florida. Did you have a quiet night with friends and family, or did you go out and have some fun, or what'd you do Saturday night?
I ended up going out with some of my teammates, man, and just enjoying the win. Just celebrating with those guys. It was just well earned. So I know it was my birthday and things like that. So I went out and enjoyed my birthday as well. But just being around those guys, man, just seeing everybody full of energy and happy and all the smiles and things on their faces, man. It had been a while since we seen that. So just seeing those guys full of energy, pumped up and things like that. Just going out and just spending some just quality time with the football team bonding.
I have one more question. It's obviously, like you all were saying, Hugh Freeze's first year with Auburn, and their offense, frankly, didn't look very good the first few games. They were getting under 300 yards several times, but they really picked it up these last 2 weeks, kind of figured some things out, it looks like. How have you, I don't know how far back y'all have looked at game film, but they've looked a lot better the last 2 weeks. They look pretty good against Georgia, honestly. How have you seen their offense evolve, and just how good do you think they're playing on offense right now?
I just feel like, as the season goes forward for teams, they start to get better. Teams start to adapt to things like that. They adapt to coaching and then, just repetitive, like going over the playbook and things like that. So teams are, actually are able to get better in those certain areas. But just watching them evolve, we just gotta, just stay on top of our assignments, stay on top of what's important to us and things like that. And, just figuring out those little small keys that should help us out and give us a hint of what play is coming.
You got a thought on that, Jaheim?
Just like he said, as the season goes on, teams start to figure out like what's hindering them and what's going on. So just being able for Auburn to adjust and just being able to play their best football forward, I feel like that's big for them. But just we just have to also just be able to put our best foot forward and play every game like it's our last.
Okay, thanks guys, appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all, appreciate it.
Yep.